What's up, guys? Raphael here with a feature update. So, I've done a lot of work to the bitmap tile selector feature that we are implementing. So, just going to demonstrate what I've done so far. This is like part 2. So, you'll see that Jake looks a little funny now. Our little sprite character has a couple of glitches. That's because I went in and I shrunk the size to 100 by 100 pixels. That way there's no inconsistencies there. That's the tile size that I'm using. So later on, I'll just go in and touch up the artwork and he'll look normal again. But for now, yeah. So let's see here. We're going to go into developer mode. And you can see when we go in now, we just have the translucent tile. And that's really all we've got now. In this mode, we will actually be able to drag and drop. That's not working yet. But the idea is, if I was in this layer here, I can click and drag this tile somewhere else. And we want to kind of maybe highlight the tile. That's not implemented yet. That's a feature that just popped into my head. So we're going to go to the tile selector. This is what it looks like now, the new and improved version. You can see that over here I have the bitmap sheet that we're actually on. By default, this one is selected. So now it's a lot easier to grill it. You can see I also added some translucency. So now the game background back there is partially visible. The cool thing we can do now is I can now cycle through all of the assets that I currently have loaded in memory. So I can go to asset bitmap sheet number 3 has what we're using for the pop blocks here, the little bouncy things, and you can see how the sprites are arranged for this. And then of course we go back. This is of course the background. All it's doing is it's just trying to pixelate it. And here's Jake. Now the reason why I shrunk him is because he was not appearing correctly in this tile sheet. So the game engine mandates that if you're using tiles 100 by 100, and everything else has to be 100 by 100, and that's just for consistency. So if you have different tile sprites, that's gonna create a lot of inconsistencies. So to keep things simple, everything is just the same size. So that is why Jake took a beat down. So why don't we give this a try here? I think I've done this before, but let's see what layer on we are. We're gonna pick this blue brick here. And we're just gonna paint. Just gonna do a simple, something real simple here. I don't want to take too long. Maybe go to layer 1. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and use the other one. You can see just how much easier this is now. We're going to go to layer 4 and add one of these things here. Oh, somebody's calling me. Let's ignore that. Of course, they will call back anyway. So we're going to put this over here. There we go. Now, if we were to select something else from a different layer, it does work. Like if we go to this layer and we pick this block, then this block shows up there, and we can get really crazy on what we want to do. So we can just put it there if we want. You see, we can just paint with it, but we're gonna take that off. We're gonna go back to this layer, and now if we go back to play mode, it's just so much easier now. Jeez. Slowly making progress, guys. Also, if the bitmap tile selector is on, if we happen to have the grid on, we also turn the grid off so that it doesn't interfere with the interface. So let's turn that off. And we can also turn the selector on and off by pressing escape. So I think the one feature that's next for this implementation here is the ability to scroll it. So if we have a very large tile sheet, we should be able to control it. And the way I'm going to do that is we're going to control it vertically. We can use the arrow keys to cycle left and right based on how many assets, bitmap assets we have loaded here. So up and down, we'll scroll it. I'm not sure if I want to do by pages or if I just actually want to scroll it. I think it would be a better idea to simply just scroll it page by page so that it's or I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but yeah, that's the next step. And once we complete that, then we can move on to the next feature. So I think for now, what I'm gonna do is instead of scrolling, I'm just gonna cycle through it like this, like we do here. So yeah, that's the update I got for the bitmap tile selector. This is looking great. So remember to subscribe. Stay tuned. I've got way more stuff coming if you want to stick around and watch me work on this insane project just for fun. It's a lot of fun working with this. So anyway, that's all I got for now. So bye-bye.